Have you ever noticed that money seems to slip through your fingers like sand? That no matter how hard you try, something always prevents prosperity from reaching you. If you were born under the sign of Cancer, get ready, because the universe is about to turn the tables in your favor. 7 powerful financial changes are aligning in your path, and each one can completely transform the way you handle money. But be careful, because if you don't recognize these signs when they appear, you may miss the opportunities you've been waiting for. Cosmic energies wait for no one, and the time to act is coming faster than you imagine. Here's the truth few tell you. Cancerians possess a unique sensitivity that, when well directed, attracts abundance like a magnet. However, this same sensitivity can create emotional blocks that lock the doors to prosperity. For years, you may have felt that you work hard but don't reap the rewards you deserve. This happens because there's a disconnect between your emotions and your finances, something that is about to change drastically. The universe is preparing fertile ground for you to finally plant the seeds of true wealth. But here's the detail that will make all the difference. These 7 changes won't knock on your door with prior notice. They will arrive subtly, disguised as small opportunities, seemingly casual conversations, or even through situations that will appear challenging at first. Only those who are prepared and attentive will be able to transform each of these changes into stepping stones towards the financial security they've always dreamed of. And I promise that by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to look for, when to act, and how to position yourself to receive each of these financial blessings that are already on their way. Change 1. Awakening your financial intuition. Cancerians have always possessed a special gift that many ignore when it comes to money. Intuition. That inner voice that whispers truths that logic cannot yet see. And the first major change coming to your financial life is precisely the complete awakening of this intuition focused on material matters. Until now, you may have used your sensitivity only to care for others, to perceive when someone needs help, to feel the emotions around you. But what if I told you that this same ability can show you exactly where to invest your energy, your time, and your money? In the coming days, you will begin to sense with unusual clarity whether an opportunity is real or just an illusion. You will wake up in the middle of the night with ideas that previously seemed crazy, but which are actually messages from the universe showing new paths to prosperity. Pay special attention to your dreams, because they will begin to carry symbols and messages about important financial decisions. A detail in a conversation that previously went unnoticed will jump out at you like a bright sign. Someone will mention something that seems casual, but your intuition will scream that it is important, that you need to investigate it further. The secret here is simple, but few have the courage to follow it. Stop ignoring these feelings, thinking they're just paranoia or imagination. Cancerians have the terrible habit of questioning their own intuition too much for fear of making mistakes, for fear of others' judgment. But the time has come to trust. When you feel that flutter in your stomach about a financial decision, it's not ordinary nervousness. It's your internal navigation system alerting you. When you feel a strange attraction to a certain area or opportunity, even without understanding the rational reason, follow that clue. The universe is calibrating your internal compass to point directly to the gold. And there's one more crucial detail you need to understand about this change. Your financial intuition will manifest itself primarily through emotions related to security. As a Cancer, security is your lifeblood. So when you start to feel an inexplicable peace about a particular money decision, even if the numbers don't yet make complete sense, that's a green light from the cosmos. On the other hand, when you feel persistent unease about maintaining a particular investment or career path, even if it seems stable on the outside, your intuition is asking for change. Learn the language of your own feelings when they talk about money, and you'll have an infallible internal financial advisor. But be careful not to confuse intuition with fear. Fear paralyzes you and makes you see danger in everything. Intuition guides you and shows you the way even when it seems frightening. Intuition comes with information, with that inner knowledge that you don't know where it comes from but feel is true. Fear comes empty only with panic. In the coming times, practice separating one from the other. Sit in silence, breathe deeply, and ask your heart what is real. The answer always comes when you create space to hear it. And this ability to listen will become your greatest financial asset. Change 2. The right people crossing your path. The second financial transformation approaching your life will come through people. And we're not talking about just anyone, but those whom the universe will strategically place in your path as true angels of prosperity. Cancerians are naturally relational. You build deep and genuine bonds with those who cross your path. But until now, you may have directed this ability only toward the emotional side, without realizing the financial potential that authentic connections carry. This is about to change in a surprising way. Pay attention because in the coming days, someone you meet seemingly casually will reveal themselves to be a key player in your prosperity. It could be in a waiting line, at an event you almost missed, through a friend's recommendation, or even someone returning from your past after years of no contact. The universe works in mysterious ways, and this person may not come with a sign saying they will change your financial life. Perhaps it will be someone who presents you with an opportunity, or who teaches you something valuable about money, or who becomes a partner in a lucrative project. But there's an important detail here. These right people will resonate with something deep within you. Cancerians sense when a connection is real, when there's authenticity. Trust that feeling. If you meet someone and feel that sense of familiarity, as if you've known this person for a long time, pay extra attention. Don't let shyness or fear of exposing yourself prevent you from cultivating this relationship. The universe is connecting you with this person for a specific reason related to your financial journey. Be open about your dreams and goals when you feel safe, because the right conversation at the right time can open doors you didn't even know existed. And one more essential thing about this change. Some of the right people are already in your life, but you haven't recognized their role yet. Look around you with new eyes. That colleague who always talks about investments and whom you never paid much attention to? It might be time to listen. That friend who started a side project that you thought was too risky? Perhaps she has valuable information about paths you haven't even considered. Cancerians sometimes get so caught up in their shell, in the known and safe, that they fail to see the treasures that people around them are offering. Open yourself up a little more to learn from the experiences of others. Also, be prepared to be generous in these connections. Prosperity flows in circles, not straight lines. When you genuinely help someone without expecting anything in return, the universe registers and multiplies that back to you in unexpected ways. Cancerians are naturally caregivers, so use this gift in the professional and financial fields as well. Share your knowledge, make referrals when you can. Offer your help on other people's projects. This energy of collaboration and care will create a magnetic field around you that attracts financial opportunities through human relationships. And remember, not every valuable connection needs to be with someone rich or powerful. Sometimes the simplest person carries the information or opportunity that will change everything for you. Change 3: Breaking free from family financial patterns. Now we arrive at a profound and liberating change that is approaching your life. As a Cancer, you carry an intense connection with family and the past. This is beautiful in many ways, but when it comes to money, you may be carrying beliefs and patterns that are not yours, but rather emotional inheritances that limit your prosperity. The third major financial transformation will be the breaking of these invisible chains that bind you to a vision of money that belongs to the past, not to your abundant future. Think about it. How many times have you heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," "It's hard to make a living," "Money is the root of all evil," or "Rich people don't go to heaven"? These phrases seem harmless, but they're like programs running in the back of your mind, sabotaging your attempts to prosper. Cancerians absorb the emotions and beliefs of their family like sponges, and often carry the weight of generations of financial hardship without even realizing it. You may be unconsciously repeating the same mistakes you saw your parents or grandparents make because it became familiar, it became your normal. But the universe is preparing a powerful awakening for you. Situations will begin to unfold that will force you to question these old beliefs. Perhaps you'll realize you're earning more money, but somehow it always disappears, and you'll finally understand that there's a pattern of self-sabotage running underneath. Or perhaps you'll have a revealing conversation with a family member that will make you see how certain attitudes towards money have been passed down through generations. Whatever the trigger, you'll begin to see clearly what was previously hidden in the shadows of your subconscious. The good news is that recognizing the pattern is already half the liberation. The other half comes when you consciously decide to choose a new financial story for yourself. This means you will need to forgive. Forgive your parents for not teaching you better about money, because they probably didn't know either. Forgive yourself for repeating the same mistakes. Forgive the universe for thinking you were overlooked while others prospered. This forgiveness is not weakness. It is the key that unlocks the padlock of abundance. Cancerians hold on to emotional grudges for a long time, And when these grudges are linked to money, they create powerful energetic blockages. After forgiveness comes the part about creating new beliefs. Start telling yourself different things. I deserve abundance. Money flows easily to me. I am allowed to earn more than my parents earned. I can be prosperous and still be a good person. At first, these phrases will seem like lies. Your mind will resist because they don't match the old programming. But keep repeating them, especially in front of the mirror, looking into your own eyes. Cancerians need to feel to believe, so put emotion into these affirmations. Feel their truth. Imagine what your life would be like with true financial freedom. Let this positive emotion about money replace the fear and scarcity you absorbed from your family. This internal change will create surprising external changes in your financial reality. If you're enjoying this message and it's touching your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, so you don't miss any spiritual guidance that can transform your life. And leave a comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love knowing that these words are reaching people around the world. If these messages have made a real difference in your journey, consider becoming a supporter of the channel. It greatly helps me continue bringing this content to you. Now let's move on because there's still much more for you to discover about the financial changes coming into your life. Change 4. Valuing your natural talents. The fourth financial shift the cosmos is preparing for you involves finally recognizing and monetizing your natural gifts. Cancerians are incredibly talented in areas that are often undervalued by society, but which have enormous potential to generate wealth when applied correctly. You possess skills in caring, creating welcoming environments, understanding people's emotional needs, and transforming any space into a home. And the time has come to transform these qualities into real sources of income. For a long time, you may have believed that you needed to follow a conventional path to achieve financial success. Perhaps you tried to fit into professions that didn't resonate with your essence simply because they seemed safer or more lucrative. But the universe is showing you that true financial security comes from doing what you love, what flows naturally from you. When you work in alignment with your natural talents, work ceases to feel like a sacrifice and becomes an expression of who you truly are. And people pay well for authenticity, for services and products that carry soul, something that Cancerians know how to create like no other. So look inside and ask yourself honestly, what do I do so naturally well that I don't even consider it a special talent? What do people always ask me for help with? In what situations do I lose track of time because I'm so engrossed that I don't even notice the hours passing? The answers to these questions are valuable clues to where your financial gold is hidden. Perhaps you have a talent for cooking that comforts people, and this could turn into a food business. Or maybe you're naturally good at organizing spaces and creating harmonious environments, skills that are increasingly sought after in a chaotic world. Also pay special attention to anything related to caregiving. Cancerians shine when nurturing something or someone. This can manifest in caring for children, the elderly, animals, plants, or projects that need detailed attention. All these areas have enormous financial potential when you find the right niche. And the best part is that when you work in your natural zone of genius, you don't compete with anyone. You simply offer something unique that only you can offer in that specific way. The competition ends when you find your authenticity, but there's something important you need to overcome to take advantage of this change. Cancerians often underestimate the value of what they do because it comes so naturally that they think everyone could do the same. But that's not true. Your talents are special precisely because they flow from you easily, while others would need years to develop the same level of skill. Stop giving away what should be valued. Stop apologizing for charging for your work. You deserve to be well compensated for your gifts, and when you establish that value, the universe conspires to bring you clients and opportunities that recognize and pay for it. The change begins when you recognize your own worth. Change 5. Opportunities through your creativity. The fifth financial transformation impacting your life is directly connected to something Cancerians possess in abundance, but don't always explore financially: creativity. I'm not just talking about art in the traditional sense, but the ability to imagine possibilities, to see solutions where others see problems, to create something from nothing using only your imagination and your hands. The universe is opening a portal of opportunities that can only be crossed by those who have the courage to express their creativity in a tangible way and offer it to the world. In the coming months, you will experience a strong creative awakening. Ideas will begin to flow from your mind like never before. It might happen in the middle of the night, during a shower, or on a solitary walk. Suddenly, you'll have insights into products you could create, services you could offer, and content you could produce. And here's the secret that separates those who prosper from those who only dream. You need to act on these ideas. Cancerians tend to keep their creations to themselves, fearing judgment, fearing they're not good enough. But that phase is over. It's time to show the world what you can create. The beauty of this change is that you don't need to be perfect. In fact, imperfection is what makes your creations authentic and appealing. People are tired of cold, soulless products and services. They are desperately searching for things that carry humanity, history, heart. And that's exactly what a Cancerian puts into everything they create. So whether it's a craft, a special recipe, an organizational method, a way of teaching something, a unique way of providing a service, whatever your creativity produces has value. There are people looking for exactly what only you can offer in your unique way. And there's another powerful aspect to this change. Your creativity doesn't need to be separate from your routine or your current job. You can inject creativity into what you already do and completely transform the results. If you work in an office, your creativity can lie in finding innovative solutions to old problems, which can help you stand out for promotions and raises. If you have a business, your creativity can lie in rethinking how you present yourself, how you package your products, how you communicate with clients. Small creative touches can make a big financial difference because they capture attention and create an emotional connection. But I'll tell you a secret that few will tell you. The most profitable creativity is the one that solves people's real problems. So combine your imagination with observation. Look around and notice what the people around you need, what frustrates them, what makes them sad or tired. Then use your Cancerian creativity to imagine solutions that not only work, but also make people feel cared for and understood. This combination of creativity and empathy is pure gold in the market. And you can start small, testing your ideas with friends and family first, adjusting according to feedback, and then gradually expanding. The journey of 1,000 steps begins with a single courageous creative step. Change 6. Financial cycles turning in your favor. Now let's talk about something that can bring great relief to your heart. The sixth change coming into your life concerns cycles. Everything in the universe works in cycles. The seasons change, the moon waxes and wanes, the tides rise and fall. And your financial life also follows cycles, even if you haven't consciously realized it until now. The good news that the cosmos is whispering to you is that a difficult cycle is ending, and a cycle of prosperity is beginning. But you need to understand how to work with these cycles instead of fighting against them. Cancerians are ruled by the moon, so you naturally understand cycles better than any other sign, even if you don't consciously realize it. Have you noticed how there are periods where everything seems to flow and periods where everything seems stuck? This is not coincidence or bad luck. These are cosmic cycles affecting your energy and your opportunities. And until now you may have been fighting against the tides, trying to force results during low tides, and not fully taking advantage of high tides. This is about to change because you will develop awareness of when to plant, when to water, when to harvest, and when to rest. The coming times bring a financial high tide for Cancerians. This means that the efforts you make now will yield much greater results than the same efforts would at other times. It's as if the wind is blowing in the direction you want to go, making your journey easier. But be aware, this doesn't mean money will fall from the sky effortlessly. It means your effort will be multiplied. Your initiatives will encounter less resistance, and your ideas will find receptive ears. It's time to act, to plant seeds, to start projects, to make planned investments. The ground is fertile. But there's an important aspect of this change that you need to incorporate for the rest of your life. When you're experiencing a moment of abundance, of high tide, save. Cancerians naturally have an instinct to save, to keep for difficult times. Trust this instinct because it's right. In good times, create reserves. Don't spend everything thinking it will last forever. Use the abundance of the high point of the cycle to prepare for the inevitable low points, not because you're attracting scarcity, but because you're being wise and respecting the natural rhythm of things. This cyclical wisdom will give you a financial security that very few people manage to achieve. And here's another precious secret about working with cycles. During low tides, when money isn't flowing as much, don't panic. These moments aren't for giving up, they're for planning, for learning, for preparation. Use these periods to study, to develop new skills, to make connections without the pressure of needing immediate results. Plant seeds that will sprout in the next high cycle. Many people give up precisely at the low point just before the turnaround and miss out on the harvest that would have come. You won't make that mistake because now you understand that each phase has its purpose, and real prosperity comes from respecting the right time for everything. Cancerian patience will finally be rewarded. Change 7. Emotional security creating financial security. We've reached the 7th and perhaps most transformative change unfolding on your financial horizon. This change might seem strange at first, but stay with me because it could be the key that unlocks everything. The change is this. You will finally understand that emotional security and financial security are connected in ways you never imagined. And when you heal one, you automatically heal the other. For a Cancer, this is a revelation that can change their entire life, not just their finances. Think about it. How many bad money decisions have you made when you were emotionally distressed? How many times have you spent money to fill an emotional void? How many opportunities have you let pass because emotional fear outweighed logic? Cancerians feel everything intensely, and these powerful emotions influence every choice they make, including financial ones. When you're feeling emotionally insecure, you tend to seek financial security in desperate ways that end up pushing money away. Or you sabotage yourself financially because deep down you don't believe you deserve it. It's a vicious cycle that's about to be broken. The universe is showing you that the most important work you can do to improve your finances is to heal your emotional wounds. That rejection you never overcame, that childhood trauma where you felt helpless, that feeling of not being good enough that has haunted you forever. These unhealed emotional pains create holes in your energy field through which money escapes. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much goes in, it will always empty because the hole is still there. So the real solution is not to earn more money, it's to fix the emotional holes. And the wonderful news is that you're entering a phase where this healing will happen naturally if you allow yourself to feel and process it. Situations will arise that will bring old pains to the surface, not to hurt you more, but so that you can finally release them. Maybe you'll have a difficult but necessary conversation. Maybe you'll finally cry those tears you've held back for years. Maybe you'll seek professional help and discover tools to deal with your emotions in a healthier way. Each step on this emotional healing journey will be directly reflected in your bank account in ways that will surprise you. When you are emotionally balanced, you make better financial decisions. When you feel deserving of love and care, you automatically demand more for your work and accept fewer crumbs. When you process your emotions in a healthy way, you stop using shopping as emotional anesthesia. When you feel secure inside, you stop obsessively seeking security outside through excessive accumulation or rigid control of money. You find balance. And in emotional balance, prosperity flows naturally because there are no longer internal blocks preventing it. So here's the universe's invitation to you. Invest in your emotional health with the same seriousness you would invest in a professional course or a business. Go to therapy if you need it. Practice meditation or activities that connect you with your emotions in a safe way. Keep a journal about your feelings related to money, and you will discover hidden beliefs that were sabotaging you. Surround yourself with people who make you feel safe and loved, because this healthy emotional environment is the soil where prosperity grows best. And be patient with yourself in this process, because healing takes time, but each day of healing is one day closer to true and lasting abundance. Change 8. Courage to leave your comfort zone. There's an 8th change coming that I need to share with you, and it may be the most challenging but also the most liberating of all. The universe is preparing situations that will gently, or sometimes not so gently, push you out of your financial comfort zone. And I know that for a Cancer, who values security above almost everything, this may sound daunting. But here's the truth that will change your perspective. Your current comfort zone isn't serving you. It's keeping you small, trapped, below your true potential for prosperity. You're probably in a job or financial situation that's relatively secure, but doesn't completely satisfy you. It pays the bills but doesn't allow you to dream big. It's predictable but not abundant. And you've stayed there because at least it's familiar, at least you know how it works, and the fear of the unknown seems greater than the dissatisfaction with the present. But the cosmos is saying that this false comfort needs to end so that something much better can come in. And sometimes the universe needs to shake things up a bit to get you moving. So get ready because changes may happen in your work environment, or you may receive an unexpected offer, or a situation may force you to seek new sources of income. At first, this will seem unsettling. Cancerians hate abrupt changes. But take a deep breath and look at these situations as the universe making room for something new and better to enter. That job you might lose was occupying the space that a better job needs to arrive. That source of income that dried up was preventing you from seeking more lucrative opportunities that require your full attention. The key here is to replace fear with curiosity. Instead of asking what I'll do if this goes wrong, start asking what wonderful things could happen if this goes right. Cancerians have powerful imaginations, but they often use that imagination to create catastrophic scenarios instead of visions of success. Redirect that ability. Vividly imagine what your life would be like if you had the courage to take that step your heart desires but your head fears. See yourself thriving on the new path. Feel the emotions of accomplishment and abundance. Let those positive images be stronger than the fear of the unknown. And there's one more essential thing about stepping outside your comfort zone. You don't have to do it alone. Cancerians function best when they have a support network. So share your fears and plans with trusted people. Seek out mentors who have already made similar changes. Join groups of people who are seeking growth. When you realize you're not alone on the journey, that others have already walked similar paths and survived, indeed thrived, courage comes more easily. And remember, every successful person you admire had to step outside their comfort zone at some point. The difference between those who thrive and those who remain stuck is simply who had the courage to take the step when the universe showed them the door. That door is opening for you now. Change 9. Professional recognition and appreciation. The 9th financial transformation entering your life is related to something Cancerians often don't get enough of. Recognition. You may have worked hard for years, gone above and beyond, cared for projects and people like no one else, but remained in the shadows while others receive the credit and rewards. This deeply hurts a Cancerian because you put your heart into everything you do, and when you are not seen or valued, you feel as if your essence is invisible. But get ready because this dynamic is about to change drastically. The universe is orchestrating situations where your work will finally be seen, recognized, and valued in the way it has always deserved. This could come through an unexpected promotion that finally acknowledges your contributions. It could be through clients or superiors openly expressing how much they depend on you and demonstrating this with raises or bonuses. It could be through opportunities arising precisely because someone noticed the quality of what you do. Whatever the form, you will feel that deep satisfaction of finally being seen for what you truly are, valuable, competent, and essential. But there's an important detail here that can make all the difference. To fully receive this recognition, you'll need to learn how to promote yourself better. Cancerians hate seeming presumptuous or arrogant, so they often do incredible work and expect others to notice naturally. But in the real world, especially professionally, those who don't show themselves end up being forgotten. You need to find comfortable ways for yourself to share your successes, talk about your projects, and show results. You don't need to be presumptuous. You can simply be honest and factual about what you've achieved. People aren't mind readers. They need to be reminded of their value. Also pay attention because this change may come with the test. You may receive offers of opportunities that are a little daunting because they are bigger than what you are used to. A position with more responsibility, a more visible project, a larger contract, and that little voice of insecurity will whisper that you are not ready, that you will fail, that you don't deserve it. Don't listen to that voice. It's just fear disguised as prudence. The universe doesn't offer opportunities you're not ready to embrace. If the door is opening, it's because you have what it takes to walk through it. Trust the process in yourself. And here's a powerful secret about professional recognition. The more you recognize and value others, the more you will be recognized and valued. It's a universal law of reciprocity. So be generous with sincere compliments. Acknowledge the work of your colleagues. Thank the people who help you. Celebrate the successes around you without envy. This energy of appreciation that you emit returns to you multiplied. Cancerians are naturally good at this when they are not trapped in insecurity. So expand this quality, be known as someone who lifts others up, and you will discover that the more you make others shine, the more you shine too. And this brilliance attracts financial opportunities like light attracts attention. Change 10. Legacy and financial purpose. We've reached the 10th and final change. And it's profound because it touches on the greater purpose of your relationship with money. Until now, you may have only seen finances as a means of survival, of paying bills, of having some basic security. But the universe is inviting you to a completely new perspective. Money as a tool to create a legacy, to fulfill purpose, to make a difference in the world. And when a Cancerian connects their finances with a greater purpose, abundance flows in surprising ways because you are no longer seeking money for money's sake. You are seeking impact. Cancerians are naturally inclined towards caring, nurturing, and leaving the world a little better than they found it. But many of you have separated this part of your personality from your financial side, as if they were different worlds. Work was just work, an obligation to earn money, and care and purpose were reserved for free time or volunteer work. But what if you could merge these two parts? What if your work was your mission? What if earning money automatically meant helping someone or improving something? This shift will manifest itself through increasing clarity about what truly matters to you. You'll begin to question whether what you're doing professionally has meaning, whether it aligns with your deepest values. And if the answer is no, you'll feel a growing discomfort that will push you to seek something different. This doesn't necessarily mean dropping everything and becoming a missionary. It means finding ways to inject purpose into what you already do, or gradually steering your professional life toward areas that resonate with what you believe in. Perhaps you'll discover that you want to use your money not just to accumulate wealth, but to create something lasting. It could be a family business passed down through generations. It could be supporting causes that touch your heart. It could be creating products or services that truly improve people's lives instead of just generating empty profit. Cancerians want to feel that they matter, that their existence makes a difference. When you align your financial decisions with this deep desire to matter, every real earned or spent carries meaning. And paradoxically, the more you seek impact instead of just money, the more money comes. And there's a final aspect to this change that will bring much peace to your heart. You will begin to see your financial journey not as a competition where you need to reach the top, but as a unique journey where you are building something that reflects who you are. Each Cancerian will have a different path to prosperity, because each one has unique gifts and purposes. Stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. The difficulties you went through taught you compassion and resilience that will now transform into valuable assets. The time it took to get where you are was necessary for your maturation. And the future that is being built now will exceed any expectations you have today. Trust the process, trust yourself, trust the universe that has never abandoned you. Look at the path we've traveled together. These 7 financial changes coming into your life are no coincidence. They are the universe responding to your journey, your efforts, and your Cancerian essence that has always deserved to prosper. From awakening financial intuition, through the right people crossing your path, to liberation from limiting family patterns, to valuing your natural talents, to creative opportunities, to cycles turning in your favor, to the connection between emotional and financial security, to the courage to leave your comfort zone, to professional recognition, and finally to your purpose and legacy. Each change is a piece of a larger puzzle that is revealing the image of your abundant life. But remember something fundamental. Knowing about these changes isn't enough. You need to be present and attentive to recognize them when they appear. You need the courage to act when the doors open. You need to trust the process even when it seems daunting. Cancerians have everything they need to thrive. Intuition, creativity, the ability to connect deeply, emotional resilience, and a huge heart that wants to care and be cared for. You just need to allow these qualities to work in your favor financially as well, not just emotionally. And here's what I want you to do right now. Choose one of these 10 changes that resonated most with you. The one that made your heart race or brought tears to your eyes because it touched on a profound truth. And take action, however small, in that direction today. If it was about financial intuition, sit in silence and ask your heart about a decision you're facing. If it was about the right people, message that person you thought of while listening. If it was about stepping out of your comfort zone, research that idea you've been putting aside. Don't wait to be ready. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are with what you have. Because do you know what happens when you take that first step, even when you're afraid? The universe sees your courage and rushes to meet you halfway. Synchronicities begin. Doors open. The right people appear. Resources emerge. But none of this happens while you stand still waiting. The magic is in the movement, in the action, in honoring those messages that came to you not as mere information but as a call to transformation. So, tell me in the comments which of these changes resonated with you the most and what action you will take today. I want to know your story. I want to follow your journey. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, Do it now and activate the bell because there's much more spiritual guidance coming that can continue to transform your life. If these words truly made a difference, if something here gave you hope or clarity, consider supporting the channel by becoming a subscriber. Every bit of support allows me to continue bringing these messages to you and so many other people who need them. And always remember this: you are not alone on this journey. Thousands of Cancerians around the world are experiencing similar financial transformations right now. You are part of a collective awakening where sensitivity and prosperity finally meet, where caring and earning money are no longer opposites but allies. Your time has come. Your changes are on their way. And you are more than capable of embracing each one of them and building the abundant life that has always been your birthright. Go with faith, go with courage, and above all, go with the certainty that the best is yet to come.